And this is where it gets me when Idris Elba says to him, close your mind and let the pain run through your body. Let me tell you, the best advice I was ever given on my healing journey was to stop rehearsing what happened to you in your head. Welcome to another episode of Becoming with Angelina Watkins, and I'm your host, Angelina, your queen of becoming. And I started this podcast to help sophisticated professionals and first-time entrepreneurs become who they need to be so they can do what they're purposed to do, so they can live that abundant life that they want to live. And we're talking about everything from healing to prosperity, helping you do that inner work so you can manifest externally and gain that emotional, spiritual, and financial wealth. So honey, we're going to get in position to win at love, life, and money. In today's episode, we're going to do a lesson in releasing so that you can heal. Now, before we get into today's topic, I do want to play a clip for you, and I want to set this up. So there's this movie, and in one of my insomnia nights, I was up early in the morning, like 2, 3 in the morning, and I'm watching this movie called Black Tower. Now, it didn't really do good at the box office. It wasn't that great of a hit, but I liked the movie. I don't know why it didn't do well. I thought it was a really good movie. But in this movie, you have this character played by Idris Elba, who is called a gunslayer. And you have this young boy named Jake who goes to seek the gunslayer. And so he finds him. Eventually, he takes the gunslayer with him back to his home to check on his mom. And when he gets there, he sees the neighbor who tells him that your mom hasn't been home in a couple of days. And so I want you to watch this clip, and then we're going to talk about it.
Mom.
Jake.
Mom.
Jake. Drive. I'll make it quick. Jake! No, Jake. Don't see it. That's what he wants. He's tracking you. Close your mind. Close your mind. Let the pain run through you, Jake.
He killed her.
I know. Come here.
So in this clip, the boy runs in the house. He sees the stepdad on the ground. So he goes running looking for mom. And he goes in the room and he sees a bed of ashes. And he knows that's his mom. And so he starts grieving and you can just feel his pain. He's like, no. This is unbelievable to him. Okay? And so this is where it starts to get exciting for me. Every time I see becoming to being moments in movies and TV, I get really excited. And if you've not gone through the process of healing, then you may not notice it. But when you've gone through healing like I have, you just see things that is like, wow, that's it. So it's in this clip, the boy begins to visualize what is happening to his mom. And what becomes so profound and exciting to me was when Idris Elba's character looks at him. He tells him, don't do this because this is what the enemy wants. Okay. And so you all have to know that where you are when you're in heartache and pain and you're going through some things and you've got some turmoil and it's chaos and it seems to be one thing after another thing is happening and you can't catch a break. You can't catch a break. Have any of you ever felt like that? Because Right now, I've been going through that. If I could just be honest and transparent with you, I can't seem to catch a break. It's just one thing after another thing. And you have to know that's the enemy. The enemy is trying to take you out. The enemy is trying to take you down. But God is trying to make you strong. And that's what you got to keep in your mind. That whatever is happening to you that the devil meant for evil, God will turn it into good. But you got to believe that it's going to turn into good. You got to believe that this too shall pass. You got to believe that it's not going to always be like this. And you've got to know that whatever you're going through is created to make you stronger. God has allowed it. He didn't put you in that position, but he's allowed it to make you stronger. And so you can't let the enemy take you out. So he's telling him, this is what the enemy wants. Don't do this. So he's seeing his mom and what's happening to his mom. And this is where it gets me when Idris Elba says to him, close your mind and let the pain run through your body. Let me tell you, the best advice I was ever given on my healing journey was to stop rehearsing what happened to you in your head. Stop playing it over like a tape recorder over and over and over again in your head. You've got to close your mind. The hardest thing to do is really the easiest thing to do. That when we sit there in that pain and we sit there in that heartache, we got to not keep rehearsing it over and over, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. That's how we end up getting stuck where we are. But you got to sit in it, let it run through your body. And it's so real because whatever's in you and what's ever happened to you, that negative energy, that hurt, that pain, that heartache, it has to be released. And when you don't release it, that's when you start to get stuck, because that stuff begins to fester and infect your heart. Okay? And you don't want an infection of the heart, an infection of your emotions and how you feel and what you're going through. You don't want to get stuck there. And so you have to be able to release it. And so what that's saying is sometimes you do have to sit in it. Acknowledge how you feel. Acknowledge what you're going through. Acknowledge that right now in this moment, I'm not strong. Acknowledge that right now in this moment, I'm not happy and I don't understand why. But don't stay there. You gotta feel the pain. You gotta process what's happening. So in my time of turmoil, I've had to just sit in it. And I've had to tell my husband, let me be. Let me feel it. Let me process it. Let it run through me, right? So that I can then release it and not hold on to it and not keep it and be able to keep on moving. See, some of you can't keep moving because you keep rehearsing it over in your head. You got to close your mind. You haven't let it run through your body. You haven't released it. Whether that release means that you need to write it out. You need to talk it out. You need to dance it out. You need to sing it out. You need to shout it out. You need to run it out. You need to let that negative energy in your body go, because it holds you down. It stresses you out. It causes you to be overwhelmed. It causes anxiety. And what happens is we want to not feel the pain. Who wants to feel pain? Who wants to feel the aching of the body when you're hurting emotionally? Because when you hurt emotionally and mentally, you feel that physically. Nobody wants to feel that. No one wants to be restless. No one wants to be uncomfortable. You don't want that. I know you don't. It's human nature for us to want to be comfortable. You don't want to feel that. I don't want to feel it. I don't want to feel what I've been feeling right now. But I can't just ignore it. I can't just sweep it under the rug. I can't try to say that time is going to heal the wound, because time doesn't heal wounds. It's what you do in that time that heals the wound. It's that inner work that you do that heals that wound. And so you got to do that inner work. You got to feel that pain, because the only way to release that pain is to feel that pain. And if that means you got to shout, you got to scream, you got to cry, you got to hyperventilate like I did, then you got to let it go. Don't sweep it under the rug. Don't try to pretend like it didn't happen. Don't try to ignore it, but close your mind, process it, and let it flow through your body and get rid of that negative energy, and stop rehearsing it over and over in your head, and start doing the inner work that you need to do to heal. Start telling yourself you are strong enough. Maybe in that moment you feel like you're not. In this moment I have felt like I'm not, but I know I am. I know that God has built me to be a certain person. He's purposed me to do a certain thing. And if he didn't think that I could do it, then he wouldn't have gave me that assignment. So I gotta know that I'm built for this. I have to know that wherever God is taking me, he's gonna use what the enemy meant for bad and use it for my good. I have to keep telling myself, it's not my fault. I got to keep telling myself, you did what you were supposed to do. I have to keep telling myself, I can't control what they did and said. I got to keep telling myself that I can't let them control me. I can't let them control my feelings. I can't let them control my thoughts. I can't let them control my day. I can't let them control my productivity. I can't let them control my destiny. That's what the enemy wants. The enemy wants to have you let them control your destiny by keeping you where you are. Close your mind. Stop rehearsing it and let that energy out. Let it go. Cry it out. My husband told me, let it go. Cry. Cry. It's okay. Let it go. I'm just thankful that I've had a soft place to land in my time of turmoil. And what I love about the clip, which I could have cut it off, but I wanted to play it to the end, when Idris Elba picks him up, puts him on his shoulder, the young boy is crying, and he walks him out the door. He had someone to support him. He had someone to be there for him. And I know and I understand, all of us don't always have that support. We go through some things and we feel alone, and some of us really are alone. We don't feel like there's anyone that we can trust, that there's anyone that we can talk to, that there's anyone who will be there for us. But there is. There is, which is why I have a community to support women in their healing journey, to help them do that inner work, to help them know that they're not alone. You don't have to travel this journey alone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link down for you to join my free community of support on your healing journey. You don't have to go through this alone. Let us give you a soft place to land so you can release that energy. Let it go so that you can heal and become emotionally, spiritually, and financially prosperous. Okay? Now, where you are is not where you have to be. Your past does not define you. You define you. So I'm going to need you to heal, transform, and pursue you.